Hello Microhealth, my name is Jenna and I am your certified trainer from the Be Well team. Today I will be taking you through some intermediate stretches for the hips and lower back. So what I want you guys to do is start off with one leg bent and the other leg straight. From here you're just going to reach over the body. We're stretching the hamstring, so the back of the leg as well as the calf, which is closer to the foot. You might also feel this in your lower back if we have some tightness. So what we're going to do is hold for about 30 seconds each side, remembering to breathe in and out as we do this, and finding different stretches here. It's okay if you can't reach your toes, just reach the knee or the ankle. Now we're going to switch sides, same thing. I want you to fold over and just breathe as we go through this motion. Now, stretching can be very important because it can keep the muscles flexible and it can keep them healthy and moving in the proper range of motion for our joints, which will in the end cause less pain. The muscles won't become shortened and they won't become tight. As movements get hard, I just want you to think about how you should be uncomfortable but not in pain. And it is for a really great benefit. Okay, moving on to our next exercise, we're going to start by lying on our back. I want you to gently bend one knee and cross it over the body. And from here, we are doing a pretty intense open book exercise. Now, you might feel this in your shoulders. You should feel this in your lower back, as well as the top of the hip. And you may even get a bit of a stretch in that upper back. This is a great stretch for the spine, but just making sure we're very gentle with it. Now, one thing you can do is place a foam roller underneath that bent knee, and it'll be a little bit less intense here. Let's really breathe through this motion. Relax the body towards the ground and try to keep that knee against the ground. We are now settling and getting ready into our next exercise. We are going to sit up. From here, let's do a little crossed leg position. Place one arm onto the ground and reach the other arm over the head. Try not to fall forward or back. Just reach that arm to the opposite wall. We're holding all of these stretches for 30 seconds. And this one you should really feel in the obliques, the hip, as well as a little bit of the shoulder. If we have a tight TFL, tensor fascial latte, then this will be the area you feel it the most in, right on that bottom part of the hip. Let's keep breathing here, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Finding a comfortable position for you, and getting a deep stretch for about 30 seconds. Staying seated, we are going to now do a figure 4 stretch. This is something that you can do sitting in your chair as well. So for this stretch, we're targeting the glutes, the hips, and a little bit of that lower back if our hips and glutes are tight. What you're going to do is try and press your chest as close to you can to the knee. Now, if this is too intense, again, you can relax a little bit here. You don't need to press as close to that knee as you can. You can bend the elbows a little bit if that helps you relax. Just make sure we're getting a good stretch. And yes, we want it to be uncomfortable, but we don't want to have pain. As we switch sides, we're going to do the same thing. Breathing in and breathing out. Really relaxing within the last couple seconds of this stretch for the glutes and for the hips. Our next stretch is going to be on the knees, so let's go ahead and transition. Now, if this hurts your knee on the ground, you can place something underneath it. From here, we are going to start stretching the hamstrings. Now, if we have a tight lower back, the hamstrings are going to be very important to keep loose. What's known as the sitting bones kind of draw the pelvis into the incorrect position where it's going to be tilting backwards a little bit. And so then our lower back ends up flexing forward. Now, this type of alignment can cause a misalignment in the spine. And so tighter hamstrings are what we want to avoid. You guys are doing so well. So our next exercise is called 90-90. It is like a modified pigeon stretch. What I want you to do is keep your arms straight behind you. Both legs are 90 degrees in alignment with the hips. You're going to bend over that front knee. And then from here, you can relax the arms. Now, what's super important about stretching the outside of the hips is, again, it can really cause lower back pain if they are tight. It can cause your back to be misaligned. And a lot of times, the area that we are stretching right now is tight because people are sitting too long. It's a part of your hip flexors as well. Now we're going to switch and angle your torso towards your foot. You might be super tight here, so I want you to gently go into this stretch. And it's going to be more of a stretch in the groin area, in the middle of the leg. Deep breaths here. Relax the spine, relax the arms. Now we're going to switch sides gently. Again, 90-90 with the legs, torso is straight. As you relax, we bend the arms. And from here, if again it is too tight for you, you can grab a yoga block, you can grab something around the house, maybe a cat. Honestly, anything that is going to allow you to relax and get in a range of motion that is comfortable for you. I'm just showing you from the side here, but we are going to reach towards that foot now, stretching the more inner area as well as the TFL you can see I'm pointing at. Breathing in and out. We are going through 30-second stretches here, really allowing the body to relax. Easy transition to our next exercise. We are going to do the pigeon stretch. So if you cannot start out with your leg 90 degrees, because the goal is to get those hips on the ground, then you can bend that foot in and allow the hips to sink down. Or, to make it more challenging, move it out 90 degrees, relax the body over that knee, and breathe. Now, a lot of yogis have probably done this, but one thing to make it a little more challenging is you can actively press your knee into the ground and tighten your quadricep. That will cause this to get a little bit more stretch in the front hip flexor. Now, as we switch sides gently, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Feeling a heavy stretch in the glutes, in the hip flexors. Really trying to press the hips against the ground. And finding a position where you can relax. This is our last exercise, you guys. We're almost finished. All right, you guys, congrats on finishing this episode, and I hope to see you guys in the next wellness session.